My name's Tom, I'm 17 and I suffer from depression.
My name's Greg Dennis, I'm 27 and I've had bouts of depression and I guess anxiety as well. Yeah.
I'm Sarah Levitt, 16, and I suffer from depression and slight anxiety.
My name is Maddie. I'm 21 and I have suffered from anorexia, bulimia, and depression in the past.
1 in 5 teenagers have thought about suicide. About 1 in 6 teenagers have made plans for suicide. More than 1 in 12 teenagers have attempted suicide in the last year. About 8 in 10 teenagers who have committed suicide tried to ask for help in some way before taking their own life.
Teenage mental health is a big issue. It's a big life issue. Teenagers in themselves are going through a very difficult period. This whole idea of being a teenager, being an adolescent, is a period of flux. It's where kids are really making this leap from being a kid, being a young person who's been supported or guided through their life up to this point, and making that change to becoming an adult. And there's some huge changes. I mean, there's obviously the physical changes of turning into young men and young women, but there's also this challenge of facing new opportunities in life and new experiences.
Is there anything that triggered it?
It was like a combination between school and rejection.
Well, the depression actually came from an ex-boyfriend of mine who was emotionally and physically abusive.
Mostly just stuff at home and bullying a lot, yeah.
Well, maybe like high school, bullying and stuff like that, obviously. But I suppose like being gay as well would have a lot to do with it.
Well, it makes like everything harder. It makes like the day-to-day basic activities hard, like even getting out of bed's really hard, and like especially school, it like to try to do your assignments and get them on time and in well quality, it makes it so hard.
What is your coping method?
I've had multiple over the 5 years. Like one just used to be, the original it would just be like, oh, don't worry about it, you'll get over it soon. And that, well, it took me a year of doing that to realise that I wouldn't actually get over it anytime soon. And that actually came with a couple of attempts to take my own life.
Teenage mental health is a growing concern in Australia, but not that many people understand what it is, how it starts, or even how to help a teenager with a mental health issue. In this documentary, we're going to talk about the cause of mental health, the effects of the media, social media, and school, and how to help a teenager with a mental health issue. Welcome to Removing the Mask.
Open up the sky, this mess is getting high. It's windy and our family needs a ride. I know we'll be just fine when we learn to love the ride. I know we'll be fine when we learn to love the ride. I know we'll be just fine when we learn to love the ride.
Probably the best thing that I would like to see happen for young people is to see them step forward and ask somebody about their situation and not sit there and do it on their own. There's lots of people having lots of issues, but there's a lot of good services out there helping them get through it. And it's part of that being an adolescent, moving forward and understanding more about themselves and learning what's good for them.
Well, I guess it's just so that people understand that it is fine to talk about, and it is fine to have depression or anxiety or anything, because a lot of people do, and just as long as you sort of deal with it in a rational and logical way, that it's okay to just go talk to people, or go see a doctor, or go get on medication if you need to. Yeah, just so that they know there are avenues to go down.
I will just help them in some way. Like, if they're feeling, I don't know, different or strange and don't know really what to do, some research, I guess, or not feel ashamed or embarrassed to go and get help, because it's like, especially depression is more common than people think. So yeah, just if this interview helps in any way, that would be really good.
There is so many people actually going through this at the moment, so you know we should be doing something to not as say stop it. Like, you can't really stop it, it's something that just happens, but it's more like create awareness so people feel more comfortable and there's less suicides and stuff.